is now called to order. Public inquiries,
No?
approval of minutes,
Were they reviewed? Oh, yes, so make a motion for June 18th and July 16th.
I need a motion.
I make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. 35 North Main Street.
Will be continued to September 24th.
Jeez Louise.
Need a motion to continue the hearing?
Make a motion to continue the hearing to September 24th at 7 p.m.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. 80 Richardson Corner Road.
Will be continued to September 24th.
Make a motion to continue to September 24th at 7 p.m.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Lot 5 Harrington Road.
This project has been on our agenda for over a year now.
I couldn't hear you.
This project has been on our agenda for over a year.
Over a year.
Yep.
So.
So, and if for the past 6 months, I have not had any communication with either the applicant or the engineering company. So at this time, I would recommend the commission to make a motion to withdraw the project from our agenda.
I need a motion.
Motion made. To
Second.
withdraw this.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Electric transmission lines.
Which one?
W175.
W175,
Yeah,
yeah.
we will continue till September 24th.
Need a motion?
I make a motion to continue to September 24th at 7 p.m.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Line 301, electric transmission.
We will also continue to September 24th.
Any
Make-
motion?
Make a motion to continue to September 24th at 7 p.m.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Lot 1, Sandersdale Road.
Roll.
Yeah, working. Hopefully I have the right plan.
See DEP number.
This is the audio is very quiet on Zoom.
Did we put the revised plan in the, oh, I think it's here.
Go to audio. Nope. The arrow. Yep. And then you should be able to audio settings.
What's happening?
There you go. Output volume. Crank it. There you go. How's that?
Can everyone hear us?
You're in control of the speakers for you guys to hear. You have to get closer to the microphone, or is that you?
No, we're
We're
not
not
hearing
muted.
them.
You're not hearing that? Oh.
Yeah.
It says the audio is broken and poor. Ooh. Okay.
Hi. It's not working. Did you test the audio? No, I think I can hear now. Yep, there we go. Can you all hear us now?
I feel like it's an old Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? One new. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Ooh,
Uh,
a lot of clicking.
where are we?
On lot one.
Sandersdale Road.
So lot 1, 2, and 3 is, again, the applicant presented the conceptic plan last time. However, at the time, one of the lots exceeded the 10% allowance of disturbance for riverfront area. So he decided that he would move the lines and make the project to fit, allowing the disturbance not to be greater than 10%. Clearly, he has still to go through in front of planning board, and once that is approved, he then will resubmit it, 3 individual plans with the septic design and everything. So for now, he's just finalized the last concept plan that shows all the disturbance not crossing the stream, all on the roadside, and meeting the 10% allowance disturbance within the riverfront area. So I'm just passing that around.
That
Are we
changes
gonna
the
continue
application.
this? Are
That
we-
changed the application, so they will now, they already, they had submitted one NOI and one plan with all the 3 lots. So we requested, and so did DEP, for them to submit 3 NOIs, 3 separate plans, so we could approve them separately. So for now, they're all together on that plan because they're gonna have, they changed the lines in order to comply with the riverfront area alteration. And now it's gonna be going from the planning board. And when that's approved, then the new NOIs and the new designs separately, which with each individual septic plan, will be coming in front of us for our review.
Are we continuing this till the?
You'll have to continue. I just don't know if, Mary Ann, you have anything else to add, or Chris?
Hi, Rose. It's difficult to understand what you're saying. I don't know why the audio is,
Yeah, we were having a little problem with the audio, but do you have anything else to add related to this project? I just told the commission this is just a concept plan that now is in compliance with riverfront
Right.
area alteration of the maximum allowed 10%.
yes, we did the lots in such a way that each one of them altered no more than 10% of the riverfront area associated with that lot. And then once we get to the process of approving the lots on the frontage, the 14 acres on the other side of the stream would be then put in a conservation restriction in some fashion that the lawyers would have to work out exactly the wording for that. But there'd be 14 acres set aside, and that would be the riverfront area that's associated with those lots, but then it becomes protected riverfront area.
Okay, we'll wait for those revisions once this A&R is approved by the planning board. Anything else?
Chris Hansen, the applicant. Just one out of curiosity, if the Conservation Commission is on board with the plan the way it's shown, and if they have any feedback on it.
Any feedback?
Well, not really at this point, because we gotta see if the planning board's okay with everything first. Make sure nothing's gonna get moved.
So, no, so all they do is move the lines, so that shouldn't be an issue for them. They usually do
So we're meeting the offsets for septic and driveway and everything else?
well, they won't be looking at because that has not been put it on the plan yet. Once the lines are approved, and then he'll come back.
Okay,
He's trying to make sure that we don't have a concern right now before he goes through this entire process.
oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
all right, no.
Okay. Yeah, then with the commission was in agreement that it would be more beneficial to have the development happen on the roadside and not crossing, the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, so I'll show I'll have Liz, my sanitarian, develop all the septic designs and submit them to the Board of Health. Make sure that they meet all the Title V regulations, and then I'll have the A&R plan submitted concurrently. We did an A&R last December, so the lot has already been, we're just basically moving the lot lines.
Right.
So, just basically a revision of the A&R.
Right. Perfect.
All set?
So
I
we need a motion to
continue the
continue to,
hearing?
should we continue to the first meeting in October, Chris, since this might take a bit?
Yeah, it's gonna take at
What's
least
the
a month
first?
because I gotta
what's the
give them
first meeting in
time.
October? All right, just a second.
You meet the first Wednesday?
Second
Second.
Wednesday of October,
The 8th.
October 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue to October 8th, and if we don't have anything, then we'll continue to the end of the October.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, have a good night.
Lot 2,
Thank you.
Sandersdale Road.
Wait, you need a motion?
Oh, we need
Oh,
a motion
okay,
to
motion to continue
continue
hearing.
to October 8th.
I make that motion to continue to October 8th at 7 PM.
Second. All
Second.
in favor? All
Aye.
opposed? The ayes have it. Lot 2, Sandersdale Road.
Same thing?
Doing
Same
the same
thing.
thing? I need a motion to continue.
Continue to October 8th at 7 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Lot 3, Sandersdale Road.
Same thing.
Continue till
Okay,
October 8th at 7 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Okay. All set here?
Yeah.
0 North Main Street.
Again, this was in front of the commission on a previous meeting. There has been few changes, but the, let me see if I can get, I don't have a full copy of the finally revised plan, but I can pass around the previous one. There has not been much change at all. I only have a small PDF for the group plan. So single-family home, total
This is the one, yeah.
lot size is a little over 28,000 square feet. The entire lot is located within the riverfront area associated with the perennial stream. The proposed project will disturb approximately 5,508 square feet of area on the outer riparian zone. Given the lot size is over a little 28,000, so the allowed 10% would be 2,847 square feet. However, they are exceeding the 10%. They're around 5,500. They are improving the sites. There are some Japanese knotweeds that they're removing, and there's some slightly small area that was disturbed in the past with some gravels, and they are planting some wetlands plants in the area. They are also proposing some stormwater, which it's not required for this size of the of development. And I also requested them to provide a deed restriction limiting any further disturbance and a permanent demarcation with boulders every 15 feet to make sure that nothing else is disturbed. So the caveat of this design is that they exceeded the 10% allowed. I believe it's a very good project. I think they are improving the area, and I would not have a concern recommending the commission to approve the project. However, the applicant do understand that according to the regulations, you should not exceed the 10%. So
What's
it
the
is,
DEP say?
Yeah.
well, DP is of course is requiring for them to reduce the disturbance to 10%. There was a comment, or not a comment, there was a language about degrading area, which after site visit, we agreed that it wasn't degraded, so that didn't apply for the project that they were proposing.
So would they, I mean, if, would they have to change the size of the house in order to meet,
To meet the 10%.
is it a
But the-
duplex or a single?
It's a
family?
single family home, but the area itself, that the 2,600 square feet that is the above the 10% is really, there is no impervious, right? It's only landscaping, and the grading is related to landscaping, and to give access to any type of emergency vehicles and some of the stormwater from the drainage from the roof. So it's not really being developed, it's being disturbed.
So, right, but I guess my point is, does DEP have any issues with
They,
us?
they have the authority, if they choose to
Say no.
say, they will appeal the commission's decision, and it will be between them and the applicant to resolve it. But I feel confident with the project, the applicant feels confident with the project, so I'll leave that at the, at your hands to see if you have any questions, or you feel that anything should be changed.
No, it makes sense, I just the bigger picture I'm getting at, we could approve it, and technically speaking, we could approve it, and DEP might say, no, this shouldn't be permissible.
Right, and then there has been instance that has happened, usually for a bigger disturbance. I mean, he is providing, everything that he can to kind of offset that 2,600 square feet of additional disturbance. So, do you have anything to add, Chris or Joe? Did they hear me?
It's Chris Hansen, the
Oh,
applicant. I'm
yeah.
not sure if Joe has anything to add, but, yeah, basically on the narrative that Joe wrote, my wetland, representative, we're trying to keep the disturbance down by keeping it one lot. I think that was major for us
Yep,
because
that's the other
zoning wise,
point, yep.
zoning wise, we could get 2 lots out of it. It does meet the bylaws, it has the frontage and it has the area to create 2 lots, but in order to keep the disturbance down, and we're doing a deed restriction that'll just show a single family, so we're not gonna be going through the site plan approval to try to get a duplex or anything like that. We're just gonna go with what's by right and keep the disturbance to a realistic number to actually fit a structure in there. And, yeah, that's about all I have to add for that, and if Joe has anything, we can add it. Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Your
Commissioner,
recommendation?
I feel
Is it
comfortable
you
recommending
feel
to close the
comfortable closing the
public.
hearing?
Yeah.
It was an order of conditions? Okay, I need a motion.
Does anyone else have any questions?
No,
I
answer.
don't have any.
Any abutters?
Anybody in the audience have any questions?
Do I need a motion to close the public hearing? I'm sorry.
Okay, no, I just said crickets. I'll make the motion, close the public hearing and issue the order of conditions.
Thank you.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Chris, I won't have it until Monday. Tuesday? Monday? Monday or Tuesday, I'll let you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Good
thank you.
night.
Yeah, have a good
29
night.
Southbridge Road.
I think Kate O'Donnell, hi Kate.
It's not messy, that.
You can go ahead and present the project. Hi Scott.
Hi, Rose. Kate is on with me here. I have to jump off into the hearing shortly, but Kate will stay on if I have to jump off. Good evening, folks. I'm representing Mr. Mantor tonight. You folks, looks like you have paper copies of the plan. That's great. This project is a proposed addition to a commercial building at 29 Southwood Road. We're also doing some parking lot work at the northern portion of the site. And we are basically improving the parking lot that's in front of the building at 29. When I say improving, we're actually removing much of the impervious surface. It's mostly millings and gravel. And you'll see the hatched area in front of the building, sort of the square hatch looks sort of like a brick pattern. Those are areas that is currently gravel that will convert into lawn.
You can open up.
There is a net improvement on the site of a reduction of 4,206 square feet of degraded riverfront. This project, I got ahead of myself here. Shady Brook, of course, is located to southeast of the project. So this project is in riverfront area. It was filed into the redevelopment provisions of the riverfront regulations for this development. So under those requirements, we have to do some mitigation. 1058.5F, we will be providing mitigation behind that existing building at 29 at the bottom of the sheet. A total of 3,594 square feet. We'll be planting with 36 native shrubs and a restoration seed mix. This is in exchange for the total work area for that dark shaded parking lot to the north, and the addition is a total of 3,310 square feet. So we're over the 1-to-1 requirement. We're providing 3,594 square feet. Regulations require 1-to-1 mitigation in riverfront area for additional new development when the previous developed parcels. We're meeting in the riverfront area, redevelopment provisions, and the net improvement, in addition to that, we're reducing degraded riverfront area by 4,206 square feet. We're providing stormwater It's in the northern portion, adjacent to that dark shaded parking area at the top of the sheet. I believe Sandy Ford is reviewing that, Coker Land Survey is working with Grace on their comments. I think they have submitted some responses to some comments, today, actually.
Yep.
So that's the project. If you have any questions, I can try to answer.
Anybody here, any questions?
Now, sounds like we're making it better.
Yeah, I haven't been to the site yet. I'm slightly familiar with it. It's in front of planning board, so
Continue
once,
it?
once they have that approved before, I'll swing by and take a look at the project, the location itself. But for now, it will have to be continued to
Anybody in the
probably
audience have any
September
questions?
24th. When is next planning board meeting? You know? We'll continue to September 24th, and if planning board has not made a decision by then, then we'll just move one more, couple more weeks. Yep. When is it?
Next week, the 17th.
Oh, okay, so they might work then.
I need a motion to,
Thank
Continue.
you.
continue the hearing.
Motion made.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night, Kate.
29 Southbridge Road.
Nope, that's what we
That's
just
what we
did.
just did.
Yep.
Okay, 137 Hammond Hill Road.
Yes.
It's for tearing down a garage, huh?
Oh, found it.
Demolition
This-
and construction.
Yes, so I gave the go-ahead for the demolition for the garage. The regulations does not require permit for demo, as long as I have inspected the area and I'm requesting to have some erosion control, just in case anything runs off. He's around over 50 feet from the wetland, so I don't see that happening. That's the location.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, so it's not actually on 137, it's a parcel in front of it, which is 0 Hammond Hill Road. He resides on 137, and he owns the parcel that abuts it, and that's where the garage is located.
And what are we doing for the construction? Are we doing grading and?
No, the construction, he is going to be adding, it's going to be 72 feet long and 40 feet wide. This is a little drawing that he designed. It's still going to be over 50 feet from the, 55 feet from the wetlands.
He's building the new garage in the same exact space?
Same exact space, he's just adding an additional, maybe 10 feet.
This way?
So
Yes.
The garage is there now is 20 by 40. The new one's gonna be 40 by 72.
Right.
But the line where the wetlands is, that lane, I'm not going
It
any
doesn't,
closer.
it doesn't go to the
No, no, I
garage.
mean, I'm,
Yeah.
to be clear, I'm
But I
trying
am
to
gonna
make
be
it.
digging, yes, and.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be a lane disturbance, that's what it is, yeah.
Right,
So
that's
he's
what
running
I'm getting
parallel.
at, is do we need to have any siltation control?
Yes,
Okay.
when I write it, the
Can I see
permit,
that?
I'll have it, seal fence, which I already asked to have it, for the demolition.
Do it in August, we had no rain.
We are on a
I just
drought
got the
now.
demolition permit yesterday.
Yeah.
You approved it months ago. I
Yeah.
just got it yesterday.
No, I'm getting, it's August, we had no
Yeah.
rain, you know?
I know.
Yeah, so just, you don't have the building permit
No.
yet, so, right. I will make sure that once you file that, it will be already, this will be
I think by the
approved.
time I get it down, get all the, stuff ready, it's
Yeah.
probably gonna be a spring thing anyway, but if I can get it down, get it ready.
Yeah, should be fine. So, straightforward project, the reason I recommended an RDA, it's flat, there is not, he's far
Right.
from the wetlands, and a
Low
notice
risk.
of intent would
Yeah.
be very, it will be unnecessary.
So negative with conditions?
Negative determination with conditions including siltation
motion.
fence, yeah.
Motion to what she said.
Negative
Condition
determination with
with
our
conditions.
conditions.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
I'll have it ready for you Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right, of course,
Good luck.
yeah. Thank you. Oh, which one's that? 29?
COC's time.
Certificate of compliance, 90
You-
Haggerty,
I apologize. You can jump to 87 Jennings.
Ooh. Are we skipping, we're just
What
skipping
is-
out
what are we-
too?
I
or
thought-
The
what?
third one,
oh, third one?
yeah.
87 Jennings Road.
Yeah,
Oh.
construction of a single-family home, only the septic was within a 100-foot buffer. I recommend a complete certificate of compliance.
Need a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. We could jump in forward for 85 Jennings Road? Okay. You know, confusing me here, kid.
Yeah, we skipped over the first two.
Need a motion?
I'll be recommending a complete certificate of compliance as well.
All right.
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. 191 Freeman Road.
Construction of a single-family home within 100 foot of the buffer zone, a complete certificate of compliance as well.
I need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Do we need me to rule on the other two or?
The
no?
enforcements, the enforcement order. Signature.
Do we do anything on the first two or no?
No.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
I don't know what that noise is. It does it every once in a while.
I said the owl.
Oh, it's the camera?
Oh, it is, because I didn't hear from here. I heard from up there, and I go,
That's pretty quiet in
is it
here.
raining
I
at
heard it. I'm
me?
deaf. All right, we all set here?
Yes, we can go to
Enforcement order,
enforcement.
18 Oak Ridge Drive.
Yes, this one was related to a garage. The property owner filed, you can open the pictures, for a building permit, and as you know, in the process of filing for a building permit, all departments within the town needs to sign off. So once it was my time to look at it, I realized, there was wetlands in the property, so I went for a site inspection. Once I get to the site, the foundation,
Had been already poured?
not poured, but they had already dug.
Oh, they excavated for the
They
foundation?
excavated for the foundation.
Oof.
And, where's the other picture? And not only they are 30 feet from the wetlands, it's a stream. That's Prindle Lake. The stream is not always there, but it's wet, so it runs parallel to the parcel under the road and discharges into Prindle Lake. So not only they excavated within 30 feet from that, all the material,
Did it get into the stream?
it was dumped on the wetlands. So.
Oops.
Yeah, so unfortunately, clearly I wasn't expecting that when I went there. So
Yeah.
I contacted via email first to have a conversation with the property owner. They were away, so it took a while for me to be able to talk to them. I wasn't sure how distant they were at the time because I didn't walk into the property. There was no permit, so I don't like walking their property. So after I spoke to him, I went back there, walked the perimeter, pulled the tape, and I realized there was only 30 feet. So at that point, I had to request him to file for a notice of intent. But however, the debris and all the material that was in the wetlands, I couldn't let him remove or do anything without
An enforcement
any
order.
type of a permit, and the enforcement order allows him to have that removed from the wetlands without having to actually file for just do the removal. So I issued him an enforcement order, explained the reason why, and we haven't heard from him. That's true. What day is today? The 10th. I requested for them to submit a plan no later than September 30th, so I can just assume maybe he has hired someone who's, and I put it that date there as, everyone's so busy, so if he's late, couple weeks, but I haven't heard from them. Maybe I'll follow up, but that's the reason for the enforcement order, and we have to ratify it during the public hearing, so I need a motion to ratify the enforcement order,
Make a motion to ratify the enforcement order?
and you all have to
Second.
sign.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? 26 Willis Drive.
26 Willis Drive. You might put in the pictures up?
Good
Evening.
evening, sir.
I will introduce my inspection first, and then you may speak.
Sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, on September 2nd, I received a complaint about a sump pump discharging into South Charlton Reservoir. I knew that, federal clean water doesn't allow that, so I placed a call to the contractor and request them to stop the discharge and just to provide us a long-term,
Solution?
situation or what was going to be happening with the pumps, with the sump pump. On September 4th, I received an email expressing concerns about a tree being cut on the property line. As you know, we don't have authority over property lines, and I explained that unfortunately there was nothing that I could do. However, if she chose to remove the tree that she believes is damaged now, she'll have to request a permit because the tree is too close to the lake. But in the process of doing so, the pictures that she submitted shows that trench on each side of the property that was dug. At the time, I was not aware the reason. And once I went there for my site inspection, you can go to the next. I realized that it was already filled with the stones. And that's when, speaking with the contractor, he explained that there was in preparation for a retaining / stone wall to be put it in on each side of the property. Since I was there, unfortunately, I conducted an inspection. Now I am looking the entire site to see what's in compliance or not. So I issued, as always, we try to keep everything within a town level. So I issued a notice of violation, not an enforcement order, and citing my findings, which number one was the GP sign was not posted, or at least that was not visible, neither on the roadside or the lake side. The disturbance that was associated with those trenches for a proposed stone wall, it is not depicted on the plan that was approved back in 2018. At least not visible to my eyes, so I'll pass that around and see if the commission see anything different. So I cited that on my findings. Erosion controls, if you don't mind going to the erosion controls. That's the site, the parcel across the street where this septic was installed. The waters clearly are not in good condition. It would be nice to have them replaced and refreshed. All those debris within a foot from the water vegetated wetland should not be there, should be removed. I cited one by one on the notice of violation, and I listed the condition that it was violated under the item. That stockpile, if you don't mind, go to the stockpile. As we know, regulations don't allow stockpiles to be within 100 feet. I do take and I would say the commission should take into consideration that there is not much space to work in the area, so it will be impossible to have that stockpile of earth away from the 100-foot buffer. It would probably be down the road, which should not be feasible. But it should not be that close, and it should be protected.
Say tarped, right?
Well, tarp is water surrounding it. Thank goodness we're on a drought, so I didn't see any type of runoff into the wetlands, but it's right 2 feet, 5 feet from it. The dumpster regulations also does not allow dumpsters to be put in, especially on the BVW. I don't know what is in the dumpster. Clearly, if there's no any other location, it would be appropriate to be moved from being that close. But the concern is pollutants, but I don't know what's in the dumpster, so I request the applicants or anyone to provide any information of what's in the dumpster. And as far as the retaining walls goes, that's the only request that I made was to cease and desist any activity related to the stone wall until we all have a little more information what is being proposed, the heights, the size. Clearly that is a large trench, And the reason I requested cease and desist was that I also learned that the building department also didn't have any type of permit for any type of wall, whether it's retaining wall, stone wall. So given the lack of information related to the wall and the fact that that trench was not approved under that plan, I had no choice but requested to stop.
So that trench and then the one we saw with the rock is the same one?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. So that was the order, the cease and desist for any construction related to the stone wall until we, understand what's happening. And if the wall, it is to be built, clearly a new plan has to be submitted, a revised plan. And since that construction was not allowed in the previous order, in the, issued order conditions, it would have to be an amendment, because clearly that exceeds the amount of activities that was approved back in 2018. I request the GP sign, simple things, right? GP sign numbers should be put up ASAP. The sedimentation barriers should be maintained in good conditions and inspected on a daily basis, repaired, reinforced, or replaced as necessary, as they do serve as the limit of work. Removal and construction debris materials of any kind should be removed from the resource area or within the resource area. Construction is staging area where the material, the stockpile, should be put it on the plan, or at least be brought it to our attention where it would be and heavy protected to avoid any type of runoff into the wetlands. And just some information on the dumpster, what's in it, and hopefully no pollutant that can be leaking into the wetlands, because it's right on the BVW. And I did inform the applicant that the extension that was filed for this project expired. However, under the third Extension Act, it was revived for an additional 2 years. So, but at the end of that 2 years, because the extension expired prior to it, we cannot be extending any longer. I don't have the exact date here, but I can look into that. So that's the extent of it. I can pass this around. Those were the pictures, and I believe the property owner is here to talk to you guys.
I am, good evening. Mr. Flick. And things are not as they appear to be, maybe. Let me start out by saying that this has been a long project.
I know that, it's been a
because
long,
of-
real long project.
Because of the water on the site. As you may or may not know, the water table there is about 2 feet down. As a result of that, it's taken a long time to get this property where it should be. I want to give you a little background first before I actually address the issues that she's addressed in her order. We had to dig a foundation out about 11 feet down. We had to pump water constantly out of it. Ms. Conway was aware of it. We pumped it out for, probably 6 or 7 months while we got the foundation done. Nobody else there has a cellar. We do, and it's completely enclosed with a membrane, a waterproof membrane. But our hydraulic engineer indicated that we, in order to prevent the house from floating out of the ground, had to not only include a 30-inch slab that the house sits on, but we also had to keep pumping until the first floor was on. And that after that, it would be probably best suited if we at least kept a pump available, which is outside the foundation, in the ground, in case water did in fact finally at some point get into the foundation. The sump pump is not working. It's a shut-off. There's no water that's coming out of that pump now. The water that was coming out of that pump was filtered through black webbing material, I'm not sure what they call that, and stone. So before it came out of the ground, or at any point, it was filtered. So the water actually was probably cleaner than the actual lake water. The water was crystal clear. But in any event, that stopped.
May I just interrupt you there?
Sure.
Would you like me to allow you to speak, or should I, on each point? Because I don't want to interrupt you if you don't want to be interrupted.
Well,
For the sump pump only, yes,
ahead.
yeah. So if all we need is information regarding it, and when I spoke to your contractor, my question was, is just a temporary situation, or is just a permanent situation? So he could not answer that question.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that it's a temporary situation.
Okay, perfect.
Because, It's supposed to be completely enveloped with the membrane that prevents
Okay.
any water from getting in.
Okay,
My problem has been, is that we've had such a humid time that there has been actually water showing up in the cellar. Not a lot, and it's actually disappearing. So I've kept the pump there because I wanna make sure that this isn't an issue relative to the company that actually put the membrane around the
Right.
foundation. So that's the only reason it's even still there. I intend never to have a sump pump there, that's the reason I put a, webbing membrane around it to begin with. I don't want sump pumps anywhere near the house at all.
Okay.
I want a dry cellar.
so
So-
that has been addressed as a temporary situation, so.
It's intended to be temporary.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly when. I wanna make sure there's no water in that cellar before I actually pull it out, or stop it completely.
And you say
Okay.
it's being filtered?
Excuse me?
The water is being filtered prior to get to the lake?
Yes, it's filtered.
And is there any information you have on that to provide, not tonight, but at some point,
Yeah.
if you were to
It-
continue?
It's filtered through that special material that's
Okay,
sent through.
I'll make a note.
And then through
Okay.
stone before it comes out.
Okay.
So, addressing that, I hope that addresses it for you people, at least sufficiently that, listen, we've tried to bend over backwards to do this right, the whole thing. We have complied with everything we possibly can comply with in this whole entire project. So I have some pictures for you. I'm gonna pass it to Mr. O'Malley. Sorry I don't have copies for everybody, but there's a lot of them there. And I can explain to you, I saw Ms. Conway's pictures. Let me start with the sign. You will find a picture of the sign for the DEP file actually attached to the house. It's the third picture down. Oh, maybe, I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong packet. That was, yeah, I should trade you on that. I gave you the wrong packet.
No. You want this one back?
Yeah, only because you don't really need that.
Okay.
The third picture down shows you that there is a sign for the DEP that's attached to the house. It has been attached to the house. I understand she'd like one in the front. There were actually 4 signs there at one point. There's still one up on the road because, as you may or may not know, there's actually a septic system that has been run up to the street. It's about a 200-foot run. There is a sign up there. The septic system has actually been installed. It's actually quite beautiful. It's got grass growing and
Yeah, it
it's
has
pretty
already
nice.
stabilized, yeah.
So there was also a sign on a tree that was actually where these loom piles are right now. There was a tree there that was probably 6 feet in diameter, but we had to take the tree down because it was dead, and I didn't want it to fall in the house. So that was taken down about a month and a half ago. So the sign on that side has not been replaced yet. The sign in the front of the lake, which was originally put there, I think it got rolled in the construction. I'm not really sure what happened to it. There was a sign in front, but there is a sign in front. I see that Ms. Conway has asked to put a second sign out front. That's easy enough to do. I'm just gonna
Sure.
put it back out front. But there was
Thank
one
you.
there.
There was at some point, because I noticed,
Okay.
yes.
I just want you to know that there was a sign.
Yes, there was
Okay.
a sign.
Let's talk about the trench and the stone walls. The plan she's got is the wrong plan. There was a plan approved, I actually have it here, a copy of it, in 2019. If you actually go to the website for the town, where everything for 26 Willis Drive was submitted, it's my understanding that
I
when
only
you
have 50
apply for a building permit, each board, Conservation Commission, Public Health, they all contribute to the ultimate building permit. This is the actual plan that you will see on the website.
I'd like to look at
Sure.
it, please.
You will actually see on the website that was approved.
When you mean website, what do you mean by that?
If you go to the website and put in 26 Willis Drive, and all the records come up for 26 Willis Drive in terms of,
Land
The
records?
building
You
permit
mean the
request.
Worcester Land Records website or the town
no, the
website?
town website.
So, I'll look at this plan. I just need to explain that the plan that is approved by this commission is the plan that is written down on the order of conditions. So
Well,
if there is any
my-
plan after the fact that was,
Mr. McClure isn't here tonight, but The plan was submitted, a revised plan was submitted. The website shows this plan
I
as
don't-
the plan that was submitted.
Yeah. This is not the plan clearly that I have. I
For-
just need to confirm, which I believe I have, when the order condition is issued, the plan and the revised date is on that order of conditions. So any plan that does not have that date, that has been revised or submitted or approved by any other board, it's not valid for our conservation matter because that's not the plan that was approved, unless and only if that plan is brought it to the Conservation Commission and then we amend the order conditions, but she's printing the order conditions right now, so I can confirm if that's the date that's there. But let me take a look at here first.
I think you'd probably have to speak to Mr. McClure, who's the engineer on this project, to
And but
confirm.
I understand that, but the responsibility is on the
No,
applicant.
I'm
Yeah.
not suggesting it's not.
Yeah.
What I'm suggesting to you is that through him as the engineer, it was my understanding that we had come to, I think, several meetings.
Proposal three,
In
yeah.
which that was proposed, the stone wall was proposed, and along with the shed on the opposite side of the street where the loom is right now, and that was approved. So,
So if you
and it
did,
was a landscaping stone wall.
it says 3 feet high, 6 feet wide. Okay, so just see, this is a plan there. You don't have shocked me if I had seen any of those pictures. We don't have this plan, we never had. And I'm just gonna confirm if that is the plan that's written down on the order condition. If it is not, it's just explain that. Sometimes it happens all the time, right? They have a plan approved and when they file for building permits, they make modifications to that plan and submitted a new revised plan, but nothing comes to us. And that permit now pretty much becomes invalid because the plan that's there is not what was approved. So
Well,
let me
you know,
take a quick look here. I was careful to check everything before, I make my findings. So as you can see, 2018 was the plan that was approved under this order of conditions, which unfortunately does not have the wall there.
My
So-
understanding by Mr. McClure is he submitted everything that was necessary to
I
get
understand, but
another
the
plan
public,
approved.
the public hearing was closed on, August 15, 2018. So it would be impossible for him to have submitted a plan dated 2019. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not sure what other things, I had the minutes of the meeting of actually, I believe, when was that?
The meeting,
Yeah.
August 15, 2018.
Yeah, there was an indication in the minutes that there was, a request for changes in the plan, and that they were approved.
So
I don't-
this is
I don't
a-
have the plan.
Yeah,
so-
of course. So this is an easy fix. Given this plan, you already have the plan, so my request was to revise the plan, which is unnecessary. We need to just amend your permit. And it's an easy process. You can make the request right now. We will advertise an amendment. All you need to do is advertise their butters, and this can be on your next meeting, and the permit is amended, and you can continue with the wall. It's a simple process.
All right.
Yeah?
Again,
The biggest, the most difficult thing would be,
If you
'cause
didn't have a plan.
If you didn't have a plan, but the plan is here. I feel at some point, and again, I wasn't involved in this project back in 2018, Todd was the one that was involved. Not to say that wasn't a clerical error, not to say that, actually, I should not say that, because again, the plan was revised in 2019, and the public hearing was closed in 2018 , so
It
that
was almost a year.
it was a
right?
year, yeah. It was a year
But
later.
actually, and I don't know much about this part of it.
Yeah.
You wanna talk to me about other legal issues?
Yeah.
I can tell you, but.
So,
What I will tell you in this particular case, I seem to remember that we filed an amendment with a notice of intent. I'm not positive.
amended.
Again, that's Mr. McClure,
You-
he'd know that, I
You
don't.
feel that you filed an amended order of conditions?
I believe there was. Again, my memory is a little vague on that because I let him handle it.
Okay.
I frankly paid him a lot of money to do that, so.
Okay, as of right now, I do not, again, before I issue any findings, I think I do my, my homework, and I could not find any order conditions that were amended and neither of them have been recorded at the registry of deeds. As you know, this document has been recorded at the registry of deeds,
Right.
and so has the extension, correct?
Right.
So any amendment to this order would have been recorded as well. So, but as I say, this is the best case scenario to solve the situation, is just file for an amendment, and the plan's already here. If you could just provide a copy, because I don't wanna take this from you. This is,
I'm
the-
sure
it's
he
just,
can.
is this the only copy you have?
That's all I had. He was-
So I'll
I-
give it
I've
back
had
to
that
you, yeah.
Since back then.
I'll give that back to you, and, you can, the motion can, the request can be made now, doesn't have to be in writing. I can, either, will be doing that, or is McClure that is going to be?
I'm gonna let McClure do it.
You have McClure, so can I follow up with an email tomorrow summarizing our conversation that the plan already exists that shows the retaining wall, and that our need is an amendment request, which has already been made, and then I just need its, Butters list certification that is going to be requested to the assessor's office and mailed to them, and it's on our next agenda. The only cost associated with this all is advertising,
Right.
which they will be contacting you direct for you. I think at the end of the day,
It's not an issue of cost, really.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it is.
well,
and
it
I don't
would
wanna
be if
spending
you
a lot
had
more
to
money, but-
revise a plan, which you already have, and this is great.
But my issue is that I very specifically remember when we were gonna do an amendment to this, that he said to me, listen, if there's anything else you want in this plan, because it is in a water area and that.
Right,
Put
do
it
it
on the
now.
plan now, so that
Yeah.
the board can deal with it, and you don't have to be coming back years later to ask for something that may be
Todd's-
more difficult to
Todd
get.
said that,
He's- I was-
Todd, yeah,
Yeah,
that's very much Todd's, style, yes.
so, we did.
I
And
think-
I don't
Well,
understand why,
unfortunately, we don't have it.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why it's missing.
Yeah.
I guess that's my
So-
issue.
It was never issued, because if it had been issued, DP would have a copy, we would have a copy, and the copy would have been recorded at the registry of deeds. Maybe the plan was revised, maybe the plan might even have been submitted, but I don't have it in my office, but the paperwork never happened. It's the only explanation, I mean, I can't tell you, but this is an easy case, Mr. Triplett.
Well, let's
Yeah.
just get it
Yeah.
moving and take care of your end of it.
100%.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
well, when you get that done, we'll take care of our end.
Yeah,
Again, I want you to know, there's nothing here that I'm trying to do, that's trying to get around anything. I
And-
thought it was perfectly legitimate.
yeah, and then we will handle that. Next, if you don't mind, the stockpile, do you believe that that can be protected?
Well, first of all, it was a little surprise to me that it was something that really needed that kind of protection. I brought it
Yeah.
in because once the walls are finished, I'm trying to get the outside finished,
Yeah,
the whole house, you know. In fact, you'll see in the first picture there that
Oh, can I see?
the siding has to be put on.
Oh, I was
And that's supposed to happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
oh, great.
And once that happens, I can get the walls finished, I can get the loom in, and then I can get whatever is necessary to get it down. I'm sure it might be a little late for grass, but I'll try. And at that point, I'm done with the outside for the present. Then we're gonna start working diligently on the inside. So that loom was brought about a week before, I guess you were there. I'll tell you the story behind it. Mr. Lemansky was doing some work in North Brookfield, and he had done some work for a farmer out there, and there was a bunch of loom that he was given, and the farmer wanted it off the property. So he came to me and said, listen, you're gonna need loom, would you like to buy the loom from me? And I said, sure. And so he brought that loom and put it there. I mean, I don't have a problem putting wattles around it,
Yeah.
if that's what you want, or if
Yeah.
or if there's
And
some kind of cover.
if you feel that it will be raining, it would be nice, since you're not gonna be using the next 7 days, to have some type of cover and waters around,
I
that's
mean, I don't
all.
have a problem
Yeah.
going and buying one of those 60 by 40 feet covers and putting it over it. I think
Yeah.
it'll cover it.
That's usually what people do.
That's not an issue with me.
No?
I was surprised that it even became an issue, to be honest with you.
It's not an issue, it's part of the regulation, and it was part of the order conditions that I just gave it to you, so, and,
Where we're coming from is a potential issue, because especially on
Yeah.
like, we live out in Charlton, so we know all too well. If we get a heavy rainstorm and then brown water starts showing up, it's,
well,
Five.
the stockpile is across the street.
No, I understand.
You'll
From
be
the house,
running
right.
into the wetlands instead,
right,
yeah.
it did, or
All right,
anyway,
can we
season.
move on?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that,
All
so
right, thank
he'll
you.
be, and then the
No, I'm just-
dumpster
I was
already,
just letting
So
you
the
know why
dumpster-
was
I saw the
needed.
pictures,
It's all,
Yep.
it's all construction debris.
And
There's
that's why I
nothing in that
asked.
dumpster that's any kind
Yep.
of hazardous waste or
yeah,
anything of that nature.
and that's why I
It's
asked
all-
to confirm, and that has been confirmed, so, I think we have addressed all the issues, being the major, the wall, that we'll be filing for an amendment, so that's why I like issuing a notice of violence and not going straight to an enforcement order, because we can all, resolve in a conversation, so. And luckily, he had the plan. So,
Just a couple more comments if I might. There was, all the sediment fences, I mean, some of them occasionally, one of the posts fall down or something.
course.
I fix those pretty regularly.
yep,
And you'll see out in front, which is where the water is, there's already a wall there.
Yep.
And it's an impervious wall. The only place where anything can get through that is there's a boat ramp there. And if you look at the picture where it shows the boat ramp, it's actually double protected. There's two silt fences, and there's hay and wattles between both of them. So that's very heavily protected.
Yep.
We use it during the summer to get out on our dock and go in the water, so we put it down, bring it up, put it down, bring it up. So I just, again, want you to know that, you try to do what you can to keep everything
Yep.
protected.
We understand.
yeah, and to clarify, that area was not of my concerns.
All right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is with the trench, I just want you to know, right now, the trenches on both sides have 24 inches of 3/4 inch stone in each trench. So that anything that may be runoff is going right directly
Yeah.
into the
It will
trench.
filter.
And that's it, it's not going anywhere.
No,
So, the fact that there used to be, well, I was planning on doing the walls, quickly. So the walls were gonna be up. The mason told me it would take him about 3 weeks to get the walls done. So the walls would have been up and everything would have been taken care of. So
All right.
I guess that's essentially it. I just
That's
wanted to make
perfect.
sure it was
Yeah.
covered.
perfect. I appreciate all the information you provided, and I'll follow up with an email about the discussion this meeting, and I'll include McClure and yourself. And we'll probably see you. The only thing is gonna be paying is advertisements. What day is today? If he submits, if we place a notice for advertisement tomorrow, he can still be on the 24th. So we're gonna be placing that advertisement to the newspapers tomorrow. So by the 24th, it will be already on the papers for 7 days. Just make sure to pick up that call, because they will call the property owner directly to collect the payment over the phone, unless you indicate me to ask McClure to take the call.
I'm sorry, maybe I missed that.
Yes.
I heard you say about but as far as the payment goes,
The
I'll pay you
newspaper,
or,
it doesn't work like that, so the newspaper contacts the applicant directly.
Oh, okay.
Either the applicant or the representative, so I just need to know who will be the contact person.
they can contact me.
You,
I'll
okay.
pay them directly.
Just make sure to pick
Yeah,
up the
I have an
call.
account, you're gonna do this in the Southbridge News, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I have an
they'll call
account-
you.
I have an account for legal work, so.
So we'll send the
I can
legal
just-
work tomorrow to make sure that you're all set for the next meeting.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna take.
I'll make
It's just
sure.
the butters notification is just the order part of it.
Okay,
So I'll ask McClure, and I'll put it all in writing. It's
Okay.
simple, so
all right. That's
I
fine.
appreciate it, thank you for your time.
I'll be
Does the
happy to.
commission have any concern or any other question?
One last thing I wanna say, just for you got the complaint supposedly about the tree. Well,
Yes, which we don't get in.
I get that, but
Yeah.
I want you to know, again, I try to work with my neighbors. I don't want anybody upset about anything. The roots that were involved were on my side of the property. Where you see those trenches there, that is my property line. The roots came over, and of course, in order to get the wall in, some of those roots were gonna have to be removed. Well, the owner, Scott Blackwood, came out and said, "Oh, do you mind not cutting those roots?" And I said, "Fine, okay, I won't cut them." So they haven't been cut. I mean, there was initially when there was some digging, but there's been nothing additional cut there. We're gonna try to put the wall in without affecting the roots anymore, so.
All right,
Good luck.
And if your tree dies, we'll replace it.
all right. Request removal from chapter
We can
61A,
control roots.
North
No.
Sullivan Road.
Sir, am I keeping these pictures, or would you like that?
You can keep them for the
Okay,
record.
all right, thank you.
Okay,
Have a
thank
good
you.
night.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Tom, I did not hear you. What was next?
The
Request for removal from chapter 61A,
Yes.
North Sullivan Road, parcel ID 28-A-3 and 20A-3-.1.
We're gonna vote to
Yeah,
remove it.
we'll need a motion unless the commission would like to keep the parcel. I would like a motion to
Remove it.
exercise your first right of refusal.
I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
61A.
Second.
all in favor? All
Aye.
opposed? The ayes have it. Extension request for DEP 128-1871, 166 Partridge Hill Road.
It's an extension for 3 years. It was the order of condition was issued for a boat ramp, which has not happened, clearly. She
Alright.
runs some few issues with engineering and all that, so she's requesting for an extension. Just a motion for extension,
I need a motion.
a 3-year extension.
Motion made.
Second,
Second,
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. I need a motion to adjourn.
I have one more,
Of
Lakes and
funds.
Ponds. You said
Oh.
it was on their agenda?
it's on the next page.
Okay, thank you.
Withdrawal of funds from the municipal water
How'd that
Fund
go?
account.
fund account.
Oh, yeah.
Lakes and Ponds Committee made a motion last night to withdraw the amount of $24,000 from a municipal waterways fund account in order to fund the installation or upgrading of basins surrounding lakes roads. So because we oversee the Lakes and Ponds Committee, we would need to accept that motion and recommend that motion to the Board of Selectmen for approval, so the article can be put it on the next town meeting warrant. Got all that?
No.
So,
To start the process,
Yeah,
we have to
you
make
need
a motion.
so they wrote a warrant article and put it through Lakes and Ponds last night to request that we pull money out of that municipal waterway funds, is that a account that uses the boat excise tax? And for the sum of $24,000 to use to install new catch basins or improve existing ones in different lakes and ponds in the town.
So we need a motion for this?
We did a motion to recommend the Board of Selectmen to approve their motion.
Okay.
Motion made.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And I need a motion to adjourn.
Yes, you do.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Signage?
Yes, many.